I think we're live and have been live for a little while. Cause chat.
Yes, well, I've been playing the intro and all that.
We live now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ideal Home Show, episode 146.
56.
56. Whatevs.
Numbers.
Show, we will be talking vaping, mainly vaping. Some food-related chat, of course. We will be covering the world's news in regards to vaping and electronic cigarettes. We'll be talking about squonking. We will have a Travava. We've got a mod showcase. And we are thoroughly expecting to be rudely interrupted by a drunk South African man.
It's Brad coming on as well.
The hour mark of 10.
And Brad might pop on as well.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, everyone all right? We all good? Oh,
Yeah.
people say can't hear me.
Can hear.
Audio can't hear Rich. Richard, audio up.
Who are you pointing at there, Rick?
You.
Oh, so
No, it's because I'm pointing at you. If I point this way, we had this last week.
Oh, there you go.
So was I just a bit quiet? People can hear me now, I think.
Here we go.
Well,
Let's see. Do the intro. James, do the intro.
No. Hello, everybody. Really? Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ideal Home Show, show number 156, entitled "Roses Are Dead, Vapers Are Blue." Is that what it was called? Yeah, it was something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, and I'm sure lots of you realise the reason why. On tonight's show, we've got vaping stuff. We've got squonking. We have got Travava. We've got more showcase from Rick. He's there. He might be there, but he could be up there. But it could be that way. I don't know where I am in the orientation. I don't know. We have got what else? We've got beer and more vaping. It's going to be majoritively vaping based. I think. We've got new stuff. We've got old stuff. We've got cool stuff. Got all the stuff, haven't we?
We've got sign language.
Yeah.
Can people hear me now? Is that better?
Can you hear me now?
Is there a chat even?
Yeah.
Same as on chat. Can people hear me now? That's the question. Let's just get that sorted.
Say something good, like a word. What's your favourite fruit? Get them to type that in there.
Apple.
There you go. Oh, let's see if they heard it.
On chat. Nope, still the same, Richard.
All right, no worries. I can fix that. You guys carry on. James, just ask someone the questions.
Okay. John, in case for the viewers at home who aren't able to lip read, Rich said, James, ask someone the question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to John, who's over there, possibly, or there, or down there. I've got no idea. John, how's your week been? Stop it. How's your week been? What are you vaping on? What did you have for your lunch? What you drinking? And generally, how's things? How's things, John? You know the usual question. Do you have to answer? Ask. Oh,
yeah, for newbies.
Yeah, and here's a special question for you. If you had to have either really long arms or really long legs, and I'm talking about like maybe 5 foot, 6 foot long, what would you prefer? And what?
Okie doke. Week's been good. It's fucking freezing. Everybody keeps saying it, but it's fucking true. It's been good. Yeah, it's been good. Oh, what have for lunch? What did
Tangerine?
I'd like to take a stab. Not normally, Rich and I would take a stab at what you've had for lunch. But I had a little bit of thought earlier, and I thought I know what John's going to have for lunch today. Did you have eye of newt, toe of frog, wool of bat, and tongue of dog in a gluten-free crusty roast? Did you have that? And 2 tangerines.
Pretty close. Any more for any more?
I'll go for the tangerines.
People can hear me, so there's no point in me guessing.
Definitely say the tangerine.
I can. Sound pretty. Tangerine.
definitely I'll back up the tangerines. 2 of them, definitely.
Uh,
And maybe well, no, you're not having your gluten, are you? So it's a bit tough. You can't go for your pasta pots anymore.
no, they're gone.
A chicken breast.
Oh, that isn't bad. He's done quite well, actually. I had quite a sensible lunch. I had chicken with mixed leaves, carrot, grated carrot, and beetroot with a dressing on top. Would have been a salad, but there was no egg. So it was mixed leaves, beetroot and carrot, which was nice.
But we still refer to that as salad, John. We still refer to that as salad. That's still a salad. Look, after this, look. I'm sorry. I have done extensive research into salad. Salad does not have to contain eggs, and eggs are not a salad.
No, I agree with you completely.
Thank you. I'm glad Rick's.
So was there an egg in your salad, John?
There wasn't a salad. I don't know. That's a ridiculous question. Because without an egg, it's not a salad. So
Then there was an egg in there then, because you said you had a chicken salad, and by your definition,
No, I didn't. I said I had a chicken with mixed leaves, beetroot, and carrot. I didn't say anything
that's
about
a chicken salad in my book.
I've seen your book, but my book's got an egg in it, and there's no egg in it. So I'm not. It doesn't
That
count.
must be one messy bookcase you've got.
I had chicken breast, and mixed leaves, beetroot, carrot, and a dressing. It's nice. And I also had a tangerine, 2 gluten-free chocolate digestives, and some grapes, which is quite nice. Yeah.
Can I ask, did you take just 2 with you, or did you get a full packet and you just took 2 out of the packet?
Oranges or biscuits?
Biscuits, yeah.
Oh, just took 2 out of the packet.
And then did you wrap them in tin foil?
No, I twisted it, and then there's the inside of a tape roll on my desk.
His
So
hat was wrapped in tinfoil.
My hat was wrapped. So I flipped it so that it held itself shut under its own pressure.
It's innovative.
Right.
Very good.
But yeah. I would highly recommend gluten-free chocolate digestives. They're nicer than their normal ones. They're nice, good. What am I vaping on? Anyway, fuck's sake. I have got. Look at that. I've got an Abstract Mods flask that looks black, but it's not blue. Unlike the maker, and on top of that, I've got a saver.
Blue, I know him well. He's not blue at all.
Unlike on top, I've got the saver, but this is in direct to lung mode, and in that I have got elderflower and apple by Jeffrey's Vintage Vape, and just Nick as well.
Is that Jeffrey? Is he the one off of Rainbow? Is that Jeffrey that makes that?
He's dead, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah, he died the other week. Thanks for bringing that up.
Whoa, John, your bedside manner is atrocious.
Sorry to break it to you. He's dead.
Pope's dead. Isn't he?
Another hero gone.
That's that. What else have we got? Oh, I've got a billet box.
Which one was Jeffrey?
Jeffrey's the ringleader.
The actual human being.
The human man one.
It's a human, yeah.
Ringleader sounds so seedy.
Zippy had a weird piercing on his lip as well, didn't he? He had that sort of zip ring thing.
Yeah, they kind of punk, wasn't it? Late 70s, early 80s. I've got a vape shell in a billet box. In that billet box, I've got G&T. Bit of G&T. That's pretty good. Mouth to lung on it.
In it.
And last but by no means least, I have got a lovely Bonner mod. I need to hold it back a bit. Wow.
Snob.
Top of that, I've got a dead rabbit. Whoa, that was good. Oh, look at that! I've got a mod maker tip on there as well, but you can't.
You put my tip in your mouth, you lovely boy.
Yes,
I've got one here. Do you remember putting this on, Rick?
Nice. I've got my own tip on there.
eating.
James hasn't got my tip on, no.
No,
He doesn't like that. My tip.
It's not that. It's far.
He didn't want it. He didn't want it. I offered you my tip, and you didn't.
You never played just the tip with Rick. Just see how it feels.
It's too big for me, John. It's too big.
I've got a smaller one now.
Well, send them my way.
I've got little 5'10" ones now as well.
Oh, look at that little cutie.
That is adorable.
I might send you a little one. I know you like them smaller.
Longer arms or longer leg?
Yes, sir.
You've got to love chat on this vape show. The chat is just having their own little social.
Are they?
It's beautiful.
Longer arms or long? That's a really easy question for me, because if you ever look in person, I've got very long arms and very short legs. So
I don't mean like long arms like you've got long arms. I mean like almost Mr. Tickle-esque arms, like 6 foot long arms. Or 6
no, I know,
legs.
but I would have long legs because I've got short legs like ET.
But where would you buy your jeans, John?
I wouldn't mind. Everybody would just be like, "Whoa, look at those long legs."
There would be.
And you can walk places really quick, couldn't you? Jump stuff. Yeah. Imagine a skateboard. It'd do like 90 mile an hour. Just. Yeah. Madness. Why would you want big arms? Pointless. Just get in the way. Stupid boy. Rick! How's your week been? What'd you have for lunch? What are you vaping on? Oh, by the way, I'm drinking on.
Frozen, I think.
Rick's frozen.
Rick's camera's frozen. I don't know if you can turn it on and off again.
That's what I did, and it worked. But he's not there. Oh, bugger.
Send that to me.
How's your sound going?
Perfect
Is your
now.
sound fine now? Okay, right. Richard, how's your week going? What do you have for lunch? What are you vaping on? I'm drinking Most Wanted Shiraz, by the way. What are you drinking on? Probably just said that. Can't remember. We don't know what you're vaping on. Or who does the best carrier bags in your estimation?
Ooh, that's complicated. Okay, week's
I'm
been
a complicated guy.
Week's been horrific.
Oh.
Traffic jams and driving to Reading and back in a day and things like that.
Just going to Reading in any way, shape or form.
I didn't see any of it.
Good. That is the best.
Room for 3.5 hours and then back on the road.
That is the best amount to see at Reading. Not a lot.
So that's that. Drinking Stella Artois. R-R-R-O-I-S. I don't know how you say it. Vaping on whatever I can get my hands on, because not everything needs rebuilding, everything needs cleaning. I was going to show you some new stuff, but been too busy messing around with this. This is the Sigelli Sibra F. Look at that, beautiful, isn't it?
Sibra F.
Sibra F.
That's a good name.
So that's the thing. What else? Oh, I got the Aquitas on the RX. Forgotten what that's called. That's from Ude.
Nice.
And Vapwiz. Don't forget Vapwiz. Whoever those guys are. They seem to be but they don't ever
Run out of names, haven't they? Oh, excuse me. Sorry, email.
What else? Just random stuff. This is from Tesla. I don't know what this is called either. This is the Falcon something. All good stuff. Great stuff. Really good stuff. Just yeah. Any part in a storm. What else for lunch? I had a ham and cheese sandwich with mayonnaise.
With mayonnaise? What, ham,
I just
cheese,
went went there.
Well, that doesn't go. Do you not have like a little bit of tomato? I mean, that would kind of even it up. Cheese, mayo.
No, it's a thing.
It is. It's definitely a thing. Definitely a thing. I've heard that thing before. Definitely heard that.
Cheese and mayo go together like.
They do if you're my wife, but they don't go together for normal humans.
Okay.
That's. Oh, I'm not sure you can. Yeah, John. Wife. Yeah, you cannot call you. Oh, I don't know.
Right, the carrier bag thing. Morrison's 10p bag. If you get a hole in that or anything, you can actually replace it for another.
A bag for life, isn't it?
Which is very nice. Sainsbury's have gone down the route with theirs, I've noticed. Yeah. Let's see. Let's give Rick a ring on Skype while talking. So yeah. So that's the thing. So I mean, I like Marks and Spencer's bags.
I thought you meant carrier bags. So the bag for life is not carrier bag. It's not plastic carrier bag. You know, like the ones that were banning. Because if I can just chip in here, it's not a shop I frequent often. However, the Spars carrier bags are unbelievable quality.
That's what I want to hear. That's the kind of tip I'm after.
Unbelievable quality, and not just that.
Whose is those?
Spar.
The Spar.
Oh.
You get it for free as well, or just pay?
I don't remember. No, you probably got to buy it. But what you do get for free is that often my local Spar, they give you a newspaper for free. Just I don't know what that is all about, but they can just you go, would you like a copy of the Guardian with that? And I go, yes, please. Now I don't read it, but you know you've got to have a stash of newspaper for when you're painting and that sort of thing to put your paint pots on. You know we don't buy newspapers. Print is dead, obviously. So it's always handy to have some spare newspapers. So I always go, yes, please, thank you. I'll take that with me. I somewhere around buying things.
So I think I tell you what, I think they've all done quite well. They've all got their own little angle, but they're all pretty good. I don't know. Yeah, I would say I'm happy with my Morrison's bags for life. I've got about 150 of them.
You sorted for millennia.
Well, no, I'll get some more next week.
Yeah, it's the same way.
Right, Rick, how's your week been? What you vaping? What you drinking? What did you have for lunch? And how do you feel about stuff
in general?
Yep.
Right. The week's been good. Yeah, it's been quite an up and down week, really, and slightly emotional. Carly who works.
Yeah, Carly works for you. Yeah.
Well, she's been, bless her. She I don't suppose she's watching because she's in hospital having her babies.
Oh yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, but she went in on Thursday last week. I got a message Friday morning, silly o'clock early, from Tony, her husband, saying that they went in the night. She only had them on Thursday.
When you say them, so it was twins?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
She had them a week later. She's been in there a whole week.
Oh, good God.
Yeah. But bless her, she's got 2 baby boys, her and Tony, and I'd like to say congratulations to him. So it's been great. Yeah. It's been up and down. I'm so chuffed for them. It's amazing. They'll be great parents, and it's they're lovely. They're lovely people. I'm so glad they're in our lives. It's lovely. They're quite new friends, but they're good friends, you know. So that's been great this week. And the usual stuff at work, bits and bobs coming in, bit of design work, some new stuff coming, usual stuff. What did I have for lunch? I had leftover moussaka for lunch today. Which is
nice.
I like a bit of moussaka. What am I vaping on? Right, I'm vaping on Goon 22 on a mechanical squonker with black currant and one of my chips on top. This is always the same stuff, pretty much always, but another Goon 24 OG, one of my tips, Voodoo Brew mechanical parallel squonker. Got my Mike Dacus with a Haku. Got this back from Mike. Thanks, Mike, for that. Got this back this week. I busted it. Only fixed it because he's a lovely bloke.
Oh, well, nice chap.
And I got my Haku on top of there with a little chip of money. And in that, I have got, this Nata Frambosa Nixel 24 milligram.
Oh, yes, from the wonderful Toby.
From lovely Toby, and all the way over there. And yeah, I've got a present because I haven't been on for a few weeks. I've got my Expo return purchase that I've been using since then, and that's a Goon 25 with the Kennedy Vindicator mech, and very nice it is too. Very much enjoying that. And I'm just vaping Voodoo Brew on that, or anything I fancy vaping. Actually, I've got a bag full of bottles of juice, and I'll just tip a bit in if I fancy trying something different. But no, I'm on that, and that's really good. I'm liking the Goon 25. It's good. I don't think it's any better than the Goon 24, but it's still good. And that's Goons everywhere. Yeah. That's my year. I haven't bought anything, have I? It's all about the Goons for me still. And what I think about stuff in general. You know what? Stuff sometimes can be overrated. General feeling on stuff these days is seen it before. It's the same stuff as there was before, really. But every now and again there's a little glimmer of something that says, oh, stuff is good. But it's few and far between when that happens now. But the stuff in general of the past for me is as good as the stuff of today and now.
This is right, you know.
On the whole, to me, is a positive thing. I haven't got any new vape stuff except that. That's the only thing I bought in about 6 months. So I don't know. I've sort of come to a point where I've got what I want, and I'm sort of like I'm done almost. You know.
Never done.
Yeah, I seem to feel quite done lately. But
no, we are up for it. Well, you'll get over it. You'll get over it.
Yeah, do something else.
I'll get over it.
Rick, you can ask Jimmel some questions. No, James is done.
Go.
Done?
No. Go.
Are you done, James?
No.
No,
I didn't think so.
James, how's your week been, young man? What did you have for lunch? I want to hear about the shawarma. I want to know every time you had a shawarma, so I'm always going to ask about lunch. What are you vaping on? What are you drinking on? I haven't said what I'm drinking on either. I've got Elvis juice. What are you drinking on? And question. We watch a lot of telly, you and I.
Yes.
What would you say is your favourite series of this year that you've seen? And hopefully I haven't seen it because I'm running out of stuff to watch.
Okay, this year. Okay, thanks, Rick. Thank you very much. I am vaping on. Let's go vaping first. I have a good week. Oh, I say good week, brilliant week. I don't know why it has nothing. The week has been really good, really good. Just nice family kind of week. I don't know. I had a little bit of luck earlier in the week. I won a Sonos Player 1. And that arrived yesterday, which is like it's a speaker that connects to your Wi-Fi and you play all your lovely music. So consequently, yesterday I signed up for Spotify for the 3 months, 99 pence Spotify trial.
YouTube's, that's what you want. YouTube's music. It's better. Spotify.
Well, I've not tried YouTube.
Free trial.
I can't say this for less than £1, John. Less than £1. You get a lot of music on Spotify. A lot of music. I'm not sure what a tenner a month to rent music. That seems really weird. Just renting music. I like to buy music and then keep it. Well, that's my music. I've got this music. Whatever.
I've got to say, there's satisfaction in getting a collection of music together.
I do. I mean, when my iTunes account used to be absolutely until my hard drive broke, it was absolutely immaculate. And it was the same when I had music on my PlayStation, CDs before that, and tapes before that. I've always been a big collector of music. So it's weird just to rent music. I'm not sure whether I'm, like I say, just have it temporarily, and then if they go, well, unless you pay us another £10 this month, all that music you can't have it. So I'm not sure about that. However, the Sonos Play has been brilliant. So for the last 40 hours, I've done 24-ish, 28 hours, whatever, is listen to lots and lots of music. I've listened to stuff that I've got in CDs, but they're up in the loft, or they're still in my mother's loft, or wherever it is. So I've been listening to loads of 80s and 90s rock, and it's been great. It's been absolutely superb. So that was good. That was good. I really that was a nice little bit of bit of a win. I'm not really a gambling man. I don't really gamble, so this was a little bit of a. It was only a couple of quid, but it was.
I thought you did. It was like a ticket thing. I thought you meant you. I thought it was like a bid on it thing.
No. It was it's on. You know, there's yeah.
That's a good win. They're expensive, the Sonos systems, aren't they?
About 130 quid. I think this one is. It's like it's the kind of the back with a rangy sort of thing. It's just a single speaker. But I paid 4 quid for some tickets to win tickets for this raffle. So I won the tickets for the raffle, and then them tickets that I won the raffle. Do you know what I mean?
That's an accumulator.
So it was like yes, absolutely. It was like an accumulator. It was like an Ackie, which was nice, really, really nice. And actually, I'm not a gambling man. The most I'll gamble is I'll buy a packet of ham that maybe looks a bit dubious, and that's as much as I'll gamble. I'm not a gambling man. So that was that. That's what that's my week. Just lovely family week. Been brilliant. I am vaping on. Let's have a look. I've got the KO, which I only found out today. I feel like such a dick. Stands for Kenzie Original. Original. KO. Because Chris has got a sale on.
I was going to say Chris has got a Black Friday sale on.
He has got a Black Friday. So he's got his KOs and his clickers less than a ton, and his KOs are about 2 something or other. They've got about 30 or 40% off them, and they're awesome. I love my KO. I
love mine too. I haven't used it much lately, but I do love it.
And now obviously mine's the SX board in there. However, the ones in the sale I think are the newer versions with the Xena 75C.
Even smaller, aren't they? Yeah.
No, it's not the Nano. It's still the original KO, but it's just with the new board with the 75C. So obviously the bigger screen and stuff. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I love Chris. He's such a brilliant dude. So on there is the Narca. And a little beauty ring, and in there is Dandelion and Burdock, which I'm now making from concentrate from Just Add Nick, and I've got that at 50/50, whereas previously I added about 57 VG. I prefer 50/50. It's still brilliant. It's awesome. I love it. I am also vaping on. I've got the Saver out. This week I brushed my Saver. It's probably, I don't know whether you can see that on the screen. It's not as shiny as it was. It's got a little more of a matte finish there. Oh, comparison. Yours is full of gunk and stuff there, John. You've been sorry. So I lightly brushed it earlier in the week, and it came out brilliant. And I've got that on the Delta from Carl's Creations, and in there I've got some Frankie, and it's just absolutely splendid. I've got it almost shut down to next to nothing, and it's very, very enjoyable. I'll take a little talk. Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So that's the brush Saver, and finally I've got, excuse me, some custard cream from Spectrum Vaping in the Viper the Viper X on the Shadow, and again that's awesome. I love that a lot. I am drinking lager, Rick and Morty backers from Aldi, Champion. And for my lunch I had leftover chicken and stuffing from yesterday's tea with barbecue sauce in a bun. Barbecue sauce. I thought barbecue sauce, that sounds odd. However, it's awesome chicken and barbecue with sage and onion stuffing was delicious. Rick doesn't appear to be there on my screen. However, you can watch this back. Maybe it's possibly, I don't know, my favourite thing this year. What started here this year? Oh, maybe it's The Good Place. Did that start this year?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
With Ted Danson. No, I like it. I quite like it. The second season hasn't been quite as good as the first. But I like Ted Danson. I was a big Cheese fan.
I like Ted Danson.
Mrs.
John is a big fan of The Good Place.
I tend to get stuck on the more serious, sort of darker series things. I struggle with the comedy series.
I've enjoyed. I like Ted Danson in it, but I really like his assistant. I think she's dead funny. I love her.
Do you not find the lead? I can't remember her name. It's nauseating.
Yeah.
She's in
the blonde.
Yeah, getting Sarah Marshall, I don't know.
The little, yeah, so probably not that. Oh, I'm trying to think that started this year. New series that started this year. Oh, I don't know. I'm saying that because that's kind of in my brain at the minute.
Have you been watching any of that Midnight in Texas? Midnight in Texas?
No, what's Midnight in Texas? I only watch things that are on Netflix or Prime.
Yeah, that's just on Sky. That one.
Yeah, I haven't got no Sky. Oh, apart from the new 3-parter from Louis Theroux. I love Louis Theroux. His new.
Oh, I totally agree with you on that. I think he's fucking awesome.
He's local to me. I think he's been seen at my local park.
Seems like lovely lad. He does do a lot more serious stuff now. I love these weird weekends, and I don't think he's ever better the weird weekends thing at that.
He what the new things is he back with
Still serious. First one is polygamy. Second one is assisted suicide. Third one I'm not saying.
Oh right, okay.
I think I've seen that polygamy one actually.
But good. It's always good. He doesn't miss. He doesn't do anything bad. Does he? You can go back and watch and the weird weekends and the ones where he did it with specific people like Eubank and Savile, etc. I've seen them all several times each because they are brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. He's good, but he wants to be a serious journalist now, and he can be, and he is. But I like the funniest stuff, the weirdest stuff I did earlier. So that's that. So that's vaping, that's drinking, that's week, that's it, isn't it? That's it. I think I'm done. That's lunch.
That's it. On to the news.
I think the news coming up.
Yeah, I think you're next. I've got the news. We've actually got two positive bits in the news this week. So rather than the news in bullshit, it's actually not bad. The first one is an article that was in the Spectator yesterday. Headline: Smoking rates plummet as vaping becomes more popular. Quite like that. That'll do me as a headline. A new study examining the relationship between vaping and smoking finds that cigarette smoking dramatically decreased between 2013 and 2017, just as e-cigarette use became more popular. The study, published in the journal Tobacco Control, looked at 5 different US studies that covered the 4 years time frame. The study's senior author, David Levy, said, "We found a strong and consistent inverse relationship between vaping and smoking across the different data sets for both youth and young adults. This finding is important because it indicates the country experienced a major reduction in youth and adults cigarette smoking when vaping became more popular." I thought it was really, really good, personally.
What was where was that from?
Spectator.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, quite a serious publication. The Spectator. It was the Spectator online, but it shows what we've all been saying all along. All this blah blah blah, bollocks. And that was an American study, but it wasn't. It was all the data was pulled from that study, and it showed this huge decrease in the first.
Yeah, we know this anyway, don't we? I mean, the amount of people you see wandering around blowing clouds, you wouldn't think walking along instead of having a fag, they were having a vape. It would seem to me even more than half smokers would have turned to vaping. The amount of people I see vaping now.
And if you look at a cross section of our people who are in the groups that we're in, you find there is quite a large majority in that middle bit. You know, when if you say you've been vaping 6 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. 2013 was quite the year for it was prolificating through. Yeah. A section of society, and I think that's great. And the second piece of good news, just doing 2 positive stories this week. The second bit was from CBC. More young people taking up vaping instead of smoking, research shows. Marketing, sale of e-cigarettes containing nicotine raises concerns for youth in Canada, study says. But, because new research shows there is little evidence e-cigarettes are prompting young people to start smoking. Fewer young people have reported smoking cigarettes as vaping increased in popularity, according to a study published in the Journal of Tobacco Control. It's the same. They're pulling the same figures. And while e-cigarettes may be less harmful than traditional cigarettes, studies co-author David Hammond says they're also more appealing to young people. I don't really agree with that. Hammond, a professor at the University of Waterloo, says the use of e-cigarettes by young people has gone up quite a bit in the last year.
That's not a bad thing, though, is it?
It's not. It depends which slant. It's funny.
We make it sound like they say about young people being attracted and it being attractive to young people vaping. That ain't a bad thing, because they would have been attracted to smoking. No, they make it sound like it's a bad thing, don't they?
As he says here, though, kids see vaping products as really different from smoking. It's seen much more sort of as a lifestyle, positive thing. So the social norms around vaping are a lot more positive and accepting than they are for smoking. They should fucking be. They really should be. And David Hammond does look like a prize bell end, I will say. Just so I can see his picture.
It's good to see Canada. They're really just saying, yes, the US is mental with their ideas on vaping, and they're not following suit in the slightest, are they, in Canada?
No, they threw out the flavour
like that
thing last week. They chucked it and smashed it into the floor. I think that's fantastic. But obviously as well, South Australia, same problem. I mean, they've got it really bad. Anybody who doesn't follow the Vaping Bogan, Sam, go over and have a look at his channel. He does a fantastic explanation on the vaping laws that are being rammed down their throats in South Australia, and he quite rightly gets to the end of his explanation and says it straight and says they're not beatable. You can't work with those. That you are. If you've got a shop there, move. You won't sell anything.
Is it in Australia? Is it across the states? Do they have different laws across the states?
Yeah.
New South Wales, for instance.
Yes.
Do they?
Yeah, it's South Australia that are getting bombed, isn't it?
Yes.
That's that Adelaide way and stuff. Is it? Is that where Sam's from down there? Melbourne.
Yeah. He's they're basically the same restrictions as cigarettes, so you can't display flavours and stuff. They've got to be kept behind screens. No vaping at all, not by staff or customers, not out the back, nowhere. You can't try it. On the bottle, you can't say what flavour it is. So if it says Dr. Bobbitt's flip-flop juice, you can't say it's raspberry and strawberry. That's against the law. He really, as said, Sam points it out. The Vaping Bogan just says it's not. They're not rules to work to. They want it gone, and
you can't have. Basically, they will just push people to buy it out of state.
Well, you can't import. Nope, can't do it. Illegal.
Yeah, you say you can't import, but
you can't import from Australia. So
yeah, but you could, couldn't you? They wouldn't check every package that comes into your country.
They're saying that they will pursue you to the actual wording of the legislation is they'll pursue vehemently pursue anybody who tries to sell across the line, basically state line. So Puck knows, I'm only repeating what Sam said. But
if I was in Australia, I'd just buy from the States.
Yeah, you can do that. That doesn't matter. That's not. I don't.
Doesn't help the shop owners in Australia.
No, fucked. It's disgusting.
Mm.
Rich.
Hello. Okay.
Hello.
First thing I want to talk about. We talked about last week, and it is now a thing. We now have a sales group, a sales and trades group off the back of our main Ideal Home Show group. So if you're on our Ideal Home Show Facebook group, there is now a thread where you can request to join the sales group. It's very much a soft launch, and that's why we're doing it like that. Ultimately, we will just link that group to the main group, and anyone can request to be in there. But just for now, it's going to be a super secret squirrel group. Got about 80, 90 of you in there based on today. There's still another 50 to sort out. But yeah, it's a brand new sales page as promised. We just wanted to give you guys in the groups, it's such a great group, an opportunity to pass on your stuff, sell on your stuff and all that. Certain other groups with sales pages, you know, have sort of ebbed and flowed, and some have gone quiet. So we just want an outlet for you guys to sell your stuff.
We're also, the priority is to make the group trusted people, so only within our group, and I don't see there being any problems if we're, you know, diligent about who we let in there.
And not only that, we're also looking to if you're a modder in the UK and you want to join the group, we're doing that, aren't we?
Yeah, all the modders should put their mods in there. If they make a mod, put it in there to sell it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's absolutely fine. But yeah, we really would love to see that. You know, UK or wherever you are,
anywhere. Yeah, as long as you're known to us in the main group, that's cool.
Just put a little comment in that thread that we've got, and I will get to you. Give me a couple of days to get through everyone, because I'm adding you all by hand at the moment. I didn't know how popular it would be as a soft opening, but it's going very well. There's already some nice gear up for sale as well, which is good, which is what we wanted. We have our own rule set, unique to us, a little bit unique to us. So if you do join, please do read the announcement post with the rules on. They're not extravagant. The one really unique one is that every time you sell a product, you have to we would like you to give £1 to the emergency fund. The details are in the rules. Check them out. But basically, you know, whatever you want to sell, add £1 on. Then when you sell it, pop that £1 in the additional PayPal. It just means if anything goes really bad with a sale, or something goes really wrong with a sale, we can help those people out with that fund. If the fund gets too big, we can help out a charity with that fund. So
it's no way it's not for us.
Yeah,
we'll
probably sort out an official proper PayPal thing, but it's on one in my name at the moment. But yeah, it's not for us at all. It's not a profit thing. But yeah, we think it'll be really helpful to have that emergency fund there. And if it doesn't become necessary, we will use it for charity purposes, which will be fantastic.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
The other stuff in there is all traditional stuff, but all just condensed, really. So please try and make sure your stuff's clean. Please list it well. You know, proper pictures, up-to-date pictures, proper details. Be honest with the condition. All that stuff. You know, yeah. But please get involved. If you watch the show, get involved with that sales group. I think it'd be really good. We've always sort of been very, very, very pro sort of homegrown stuff, UK modders, all that sort of stuff, and I just think it's nice if you know, if off the back of that you found out about Ryan Dorr or Chris Scott, it's really nice if you want to move that item on, you can move it on to the same group of people that introduced you to it in the first place, you know. So that's the thinking. So I just wanted to mention that. Yeah, so check out that thread. It's got a picture of the full Monty if you can't find it. And if you're watching this on catch up and you've not really ever felt a need to join the Facebook group, there's a link in the description. Now's a very good time to get involved.
Yeah, get on there. I just had a message. Sorry, I just had a message from Carly. The Carly and Tony are watching.
Hey!
Congratulations.
We made Carly cry. They feel very special.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We
love you.
That's an amazing thing. A week labour.
Well, not really. No, the water's broke a week, and now twins, so they have to be watched. And extra care. But yeah, in there a week and still in there. So.
Well, get out soon.
Yeah.
So who's next on the list?
That's me.
I don't know. I can't see Richard on my feed. It's really weird.
Yeah. No, we haven't. Technical stuff. Okay. This is the Enigma. This is something a little bit different. This is something that popped up in my feed earlier in the week, and it's kind of a build. It's a Vapers buildy kit sort of thing. It's a new thing that's kind of in progress at the moment. Thought I'd give people a bit of a heads up. So I've got some notes here. So this is the Enigma kit from a new company called Graph X, and this is a building kit for people who are who like make their own coils and that sort of thing. It's got all your bits in there. I've got pictures, Rick.
Yeah, showing everyone now.
Okay, bro. So I'll kind of flick through the pictures that we've got on here. So it kind of comes in a whole sort of tube. This is going to be crowdfunded at some point. The next couple of weeks, the crowdfunding page, I think, is going to go in. It's a couple of UK fellas. Been working on this for a couple of years, believe it or not. Everything's been designed in the UK. I don't know where it's actually been manufactured, but it's been all been designed in the UK. And what you've got is you've got screwdrivers, you've got a coiling kit, you've got a place for your cotton, you've got a spool, which is got a sort of special enclosure in it to hold your wire in there. I don't know if you can see these on the pictures.
Yeah.
But it's all encapsulated in a single sort of tubey sort of thing, in a single sort of cylinder, and it looks really, really cool. So this is going up in the next couple of weeks. There's going to be a crowdfunding page. I'll put the crowdfunding page on our page in case you're interested in getting one of these nice and early and getting in there before everybody else does. And if you can see the picture, you've got, like I see, you've got a little place for everything. It seems as though there's loads of coil building kits out there, but the vast majority of them are in opening pouches sort of thing. They're quite big and bulky, and this seems to have kind of brought that all together into a single sort of much smaller
Concatenated.
Yes, Rick. Yes.
My only comment is this: the others you can buy. I don't want to sponsor somebody. I don't understand why it's being crowdfunded. I don't get it.
Is it? Well, I've never crowdfunded anybody myself.
I
because it's always I like things like immediately when they go, well, you can crowdfund this and then in April of next year you'll know it. And to me, it's
a concept that nobody else. I was a crowdfunder for the Pebble Watch when the Pebble Watch when it came out. That an e-ink watch. I was yes, I'll have that, and it's a fantastic idea. They haven't reinvented the wheel. I don't understand. I wouldn't crowdfund it only because of that. It's not a thing. For me, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Horses for causes. Yep. It seems like a handy little kit. Everything's in one place. It looks like you've got snippers, various screwdriver bits, coiling bits. I'm not entirely sure. We've got pictures. There's more information to come. If I get more information.
So are you going to do a thread on the group?
When the crowdfunding thing comes up, because it is a British thing. It is like to support British innovation and worldwide innovation. We'll support innovation. I don't know. But yeah, I'll post it on the actual group and let people have a look at it. It was on the ice cream. It was on Russell's group that I saw it.
Yeah.
Russell's live saying it's 40 quid.
40 quid. Well, we'll see. I might be successful. We'll see.
It's interesting. It's interesting nonetheless.
I struggle with this concept of crowdfunding. I do on things like that. Being somebody who invests in a product that I've designed quite a lot of times, so I find it a bit cheeky to ask everyone else to pay for it without even getting it.
You see, it's a tough one. There are things that and this maybe this is one of them, maybe it's not, but there are things that I think they wouldn't exist without it. You know,
if they were really sort of high tech complicated things.
Let's not throw them under the bus until we get the.
No, I'm not.
I'm not saying it's not a good thing either. But
I know a good one. What's the VR helmet thing? Oh, the Oculus Rift. Oculus Rift was crowdfunded.
Well,
It's absolutely massive now.
It's becoming more and more popular. It's almost commonplace that people aren't necessarily going to banks and forward a load of cash and taking a massive. I mean, these fellas are obviously still put a lot of time and money, I'm guessing, into this particular thing. But to bring it to market, bring it successfully to a broad market, I think is probably very expensive. And if crowdfunded, loads of people.
We're doing the news, and it is a news.
It is undoubtedly news. It's vaping related. It's vaping related news.
it looks interesting.
When they do the whole crowdfunding post, I'm sure they'll explain everything. Because that might just be the first of a long line. They might want to be like a UK Coil Master type setup, and they want to progress it. So they'll have a full spiel when they do it, I'm sure.
Well, it's very, very early. But that is the what did I call? What did I say it was called? It's the Enigma Chill Kit by Graphics. Like I say, UK based. I'll stick on the group. That's my news for now.
Like it.
Who's next?
I think it's me again because you've got an interruption in the thing. But yeah. But that's fine. I'm trying to think how I word it. As you may have guessed from the title of the show, because you probably know already. Eden Mods, Lee Adler and Andy Hobbs, the Eden Mods guys, have decided to close. They're not closed yet, let me say that, but they are closing down. If their sites, edenmods.co.uk is running now, they were doing a stock take earlier, but they're doing massive price cuts. Let me just say that. So before I get to the end of this bit, get over there, buy some stuff. They've slashed their prices for Black Friday and to get rid of stock. But yeah, sad to see Lee Adler and Andy closing up shop. Really, I've known Andy for I don't even know, 4 years probably, to chat to. The innovation of the Rose, the original Rose and the Rose V2, which obviously is so much larger, was massive. The way that they did the leads on the Rose has been copied, infinitum by now, or not copied. Has been used as a way of doing things. I don't think even Andy would call it that. Andy is an engineer and designer, and has worked on all these products from scratch. The Snapdragon, the Rose, and trying to think the most recent one that you had. Salix, and what was the one that took the Triton coils? I can't think of that. Sorry, brain dead.
Trillium.
The Trillium.
And there's an adapter, isn't there? It takes Cleto as well.
It does.
Yeah.
No,
I think.
No, I mean Nautilus. Do I mean Nautilus?
Nautilus coils. You do mean Nautilus coils. You do mean Nautilus.
Yes, you do. Yeah. Because
it took like Atlantis coils, which was saying Atlantis coil through, but now it takes those.
It takes a million. The list is like 30.
Oh, it's absolutely massive. Yeah.
It's brilliant.
And that's the British industry, and we've always talked about this on the show, and people adding more and more, and British modders, it's always been an absolutely massive thing. British modders are manufacturers, so I'm putting them both in together. I don't know if that, it's not really modding. I think it's incredibly sad to see them go. There's various reasons for them shutting the shop, though, so don't. There's been a lot of bloody hell, the old thing's over. Like, it isn't. There are lots of reasons to it, and it's explained on the Eden Mods group, and I've seen Andy commenting as well. But I think from us really, whatever you do next in vaping or outside vaping or whatever, Lee and Andy, we wish you every bit of luck, whatever the fuck you do.
Absolutely. It's always sad to see a British company go, especially one that takes the care that they've taken, and there aren't many of them around, British companies making atomizers. So yeah, sorry to see you go, and best of luck.
Yeah, I mean, I've sat in hangouts and watched Andy designing CAD stuff over the years. Saw the V3, saw the V2, saw the Snapdragon come through. Andy's thing, and they put so much in, and it's it really was, the whole thing everything was manufactured in the UK. It wasn't one of those things where somebody says, oh, it designed. It wasn't. They made every single bit of that atomizer in the UK with British machinists, and it went everywhere. I mean, all around the world, and they became something to aspire to. And I think it is incredibly sad that there are lots of reasons why they're why this is why they're where they are right now. And yeah, I said I hope whatever you're doing, I hope it's do next. I hope it really works out for you.
Yeah, I think they've left.
Sorry.
I think they've left overall a really strong legacy, though.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Which one was the dripper?
Salix.
The Snapdragon and the
The Snapdragon at the time, I thought, was absolutely mind blowing.
Yeah,
it was on a totally different level, because you had Stackwarm and you had Smavesto doing tanks very, very, very well. No one was doing RDAs really, really, really well, like to that level. And I just thought it was, So I think they've left a nice legacy.
Especially not European.
Yeah.
It was just nobody. Yeah, and the same for when you came with the tank. The K-Fon was out, the 3.1, and the light had either come out or was released around the same time as the Rose V2, and they thought they could do better. I think that's an incredible thing to do. An absolutely amazing thing to do.
Yeah, really good, really good. I remember before I joined Facebook, so 4.5 years ago or whatever, I got my first Rose V2, and it was the second high-end kit I bought, second high-end RDA I bought. I had a kit for light, I had a real Rose V2, and it blows away, absolutely blows away. It's partly one of the reasons why I joined Facebook was because my wife bought the drop kit, the smaller version with the chimney and the thing, from a fellow off Facebook who was Dan Muddett. I didn't realise at the time, and met him in a pub pretty close to me to buy it off him, and that kind of thing. And there's a post on Eden Mods from me about 4 years ago, where it's quite subtly saying something like, I'm not a K-phone man, I'm not a Typhone man, I'm a Rose man. This is unbelievable. Because when I had that, it was such a flavour, it's such a brilliant, the Rose V2, I mean, they've shaped, they have like you said, they've left a brilliant legacy. I'm not good at saying this kind of thing, but they've left a brilliant legacy behind them. Everything they've done, they've done it really well. It's almost like a synonymous. I saw people in the past saying it's Eden Mods quality, because that's kind of and it was all UK. It was all UK. It wasn't just designed in the UK. It was made in the UK, despite the many problems that has and the cost that has and all that sort of thing. So not just all the best for the future, but congratulations on what you've done in the last 5 years. Them two lads, Lee and Andy, both brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it's more congrats, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's congrats, and I don't want to bum at the end, but lots of people. I'm not going to go into it, but Andy's publicly said what's going on in his life, and just want to say from everybody on the show that we're right there with you, like Andy, and we wish you all the strength in the world.
I'd also like to say, you need to look after. I mean, we need to look after our homebred modders and asset makers. I mean, a lot of people, it's a delicate balance keeping these businesses going. And if you don't support them, they're going to all be going. You know, it's just, I see a lot of foreign stuff. I'm not saying it's bad or anything like that, but you know, look after your local guys, man. Buy your British mods. There's some bloody good modders out there. There's making and ATI makers making good stuff. Hellfire, Eden. You know,
absolutely.
And look after them because they're few and far between. You know.
Yeah, but the other thing is, if we look at, I mean, with Andy, Darren at Hellfire, you, Rick, loads of companies in the UK. If you are sitting there right now and you've got this idea of how something might work, it really is, you really could do it. You really can. I watched Andy from the start. He didn't, Anna and Lee, they're not multi-millionaires. They weren't trying to change the world. They were trying to make an ATI that worked.
They were engineers,
exactly how they wanted. Lee's not an engineer, Andy is.
Something to be proud of, yeah.
They are engineers, yeah, absolutely. But there are there's loads and loads of CAD engineers who, Andy's got an idea for aerodynamics. I'm just saying, if you've got an idea, you can do it. Fucking hell, Richard, you brought out an atomizer. Rick has changed the way 510s work. Fuck knows how many times.
I don't know about that.
You can do it. Fuck off. I just mean you can do it, but you can only do it, as Rick said, with the support of the entire community.
Just review for a few weeks, and you'll be snapped up.
Crowdfund, get it crowdfunded.
Stick your name on something. You don't even have to see it before it comes out.
Nice.
I might have to crowdfund some stuff actually.
Oh,
Do it.
Andy, but Lee as well. All the best with with that Mexican cartel that you're running. And I realise it's probably quite a dangerous job that you're into there. All the best.
All the best, guys. All the best.
Yeah, all the best to you.
The two fellas from Maiden Mods.
What's next, John?
Oh, is it me? Oh, next up, it's Rich with a Squape Enduro.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I will. I'll pop a picture of this on screen. The new Squape is up, and we're very pleased for the guys at Stackwam to pop the little news, the little video, the little teaser pics on our group. And here it is. It's the Squape Enduro. And this is the brand new Squape from Stackwam. It's well, from what I understand, I think one of them is winging its way to Mark Todd as we speak, and myself actually. There are.
You've hit the big leagues.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I think it's more just like sympathy. I'm getting a sympathy Squape. So yeah, and this is the first. This was literally just today. This came up. This is the first pick under the hood. This is the first deck pick released. If you're on our group, obviously there is a thread that they've put on, actually showing a bit more of the outside of it and stuff. It looks very Squapey from the outside, but this is the first pick released today under the hood of the deck. There are going to be two versions. It's the Squape N (Duro). There are going to be two distinct versions available, a mouth-to-lung version and a direct-to-lung version. This one in the picture is the direct-to-lung. Yeah, I don't know what... Oh, you guys can't see it, can you?
I can read it now.
Yeah.
I like it.
What can we derive from this picture?
We can derive that the coil needs to be quite small, doesn't it, to get the wicks down those holes?
No. The wick holes are underneath the coil. They're not their rubber bung things on that.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're those two big holes in the insides of them.
Yeah. Sorry. So the fuck down there.
So the cotton's going right down the middle. Those two big middle holes.
Yes,
it is.
I would worry about the juice flow on that. But
first up, you can see it's different from any of the Squape in so much as it's all single sided with the posts.
Yeah.
That's unlike any of the Squape.
I like it. I like the look of it.
I mean, the window is great. I know people have made comparisons to other things. I love the window. It's a nice big open window. You can see plenty in there. you know that it's going to be an absolute flavour machine. They're not produced natty that wasn't just designed. I know aesthetics are not for everyone with a squib, and they are often quite big. And I think that might be. I like to see how it stacks up with regards to size, but I think it's going to be smashing. I think it's going to be absolutely smashing.
That is in the picture. That's a beefy coil.
I would say, looking at that coil, they've got the wrong coil in that for that atomizer.
Maybe it's just the picture, but it looks quite beefy.
Yeah, there's too much of a coil. That'll be a flavour atty with a restricted draw. You can see the gap between the holes where the wicks go. That coil is twice as long as wide as it should be.
Do you remember there was that fad where we were calling tanks GTAs?
Yes.
It almost feels, with the cotton going down there, it almost feels a little bit GTA-esque, doesn't it? Because the cotton's going to go down, the juice has got to go right round. It's almost kind of a raised deck. I don't know. That's from a picture. That's just from a picture.
I like James. The thing is, as we all know, sat here looking at that atty, you know it'll fucking work because you know what they'll have put it through everything.
It's a decent size hole for your wick to go in, so you'd hope it would. I don't think using fused latins.
No, but I think they've done it. No, I think they've done it because it looks quite pretty.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of Instagrammy coil porny.
Nice 6 wrap. 26 gauge in there will be a nice 20 watt vape, I think.
But it's interesting. I think the E-Motion, they did the cheaper, easier to get one, but the E-Motion, which is still an absolute daily for me, that I think that's their best work, and it was such an upgrade from the one you had, John, the Dream.
Yeah.
That was such a big improvement. So I'm hoping that they've continued in that path rather than going back.
I can't remember what the stupid thing is, because you don't like everybody like Richard, because I know you're as bad as me and James. When people say atomizers, I forget I owned them because I can't. We always put them in a raffle, so I don't remember owning it, and then I don't remember selling it. When somebody says I'm doing a raffle, I just look around and go, that. So when you said the Dream, I thought I haven't got one. Oh no, no, it's fun. But they've always been incredibly made, and every time they learn a lesson, so I just think it's going to be even better than the last one.
I think I love the replaceable decks. I love that a metal coating that they use for. I mean, that's not
it up when they first made that as well, but it improves exactly the same as I said.
Yeah, I mean, it's not making it completely lead-proof, but it's not far from it, is it? Quality's always been absolutely superb. The only complaint that I've ever had about a scrape is the down price. And I realise that's a European thing. I know the Germans love a big atty, and I know the side of Europe love a big atty. And it doesn't really bother me because there's always a way to make them a little bit smaller. I think that's going to be brilliant again. It's going to be absolutely brilliant.
I think that's why the Squape RS really stuck around in the UK. And you still see hand checks now with the Squape RS because that was when they put the stubby thing on.
Yeah, we like small, don't we? We like our small, short asses, don't we?
Yeah, especially if it's a tank. We only get 2 mil now, so we might as well make it fucking small.
Yeah, it needs to be a few millimetres bigger than an RDA. So
I don't know when I'm getting it, but when I do, I'll let you know on the show. I'll show you on the show.
Excellent
stuff.
What's next, John?
Next up, we have got James.
Yes, I've got a couple of. Let's bring me pics. Oh no, I don't need to bring the pics up because I'll wait for the YouTube feed on the phone. So I've got a couple of things that caught my eye this week. I've got a mech, and I've got hopefully I've got a Bomber Pro.
Narrow it down for me, James. What do you want to say?
So first I'm going to look at Lestige by Original Mod Dog.
Ah.
You have that?
Oh yeah.
This is a sexy little fella.
On screen now.
Brill. So this is the Lestige Original Mod Dog. This is an 18650 mech, a BF mech. It's 3D printed. It's polyamide with SLS, and It was basically the looks that caught my attention with this one. It is a great looking little.
You have to admit, it's 3D done properly. They've actually finished it. That's not, they've done it.
It looks absolutely great. Looks absolutely great. So this is got an adjustable locking button. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more high end with regards to the actual manufacturing process. So it's got an adjustable locking button, so you can adjust the throw on it, and you can lock it, which is really, really cool. It's in a couple of parts. You can see the on there, Rich is doing some fancy things with multiple pictures of it at the same time. You can see that where the actual the back where the battery goes in and the 510 is kind of pops off the top there. And apparently that is really sturdy. It's not a case of, as I know I've had things like this in the past where people have had issues with them. It is the contacts are all silver. They're all 999 silver. It's got the latest Mod Dog V2 Nano 510 in there. It'll take up to a 24mm atomizer, and it is around about $160. I think is the price there, and it looks dead cool. I'm not one for a 3D printed mech myself. Particularly,
however, good shape, isn't it? Nice shape.
It's a lovely shape.
It really reminds me, and it's not. I just mean it's reminiscent of the shape is very reminiscent of an Elemental mods kind of.
Yeah, it's like a 3D Elemental.
Yes, perfect.
I mean, there is a couple of mods which have kind of adopted this ergonomic.
Yeah, but they're only exactly. It's only, I don't mean it as in a copy. I just mean it like it's similar.
Yeah, but it looks really good. That's Lestige, I think it's called. STIGE.
Who's it by, James? How would we know them?
By original Mod Dog.
Oh, okay.
Next one, I've got this. If you've got these pics, Rich, this is the Game Over Mini LE from Infinity Mods Stroke Sunbox. I am Sunbox.
Oh, okay.
Do you have the?
I had it up, but you haven't got it.
That. I'm looking at it.
Oh,
got it. Ooh.
Oh, sure. I haven't got it. Are these the ones that came in late?
Yeah, yeah.
There's one sort of. I've got one picture got a balance on a bag. It looks like the side of
I'll start talking. I mean, this is not a brand spanking. This is not a brand spanking new mod. The Game Over has been out for certainly a good few months, but this is the mini version. This is the 18500 version, and it looks kind of all squat and super cool. It's a nylon body. It's 18500 with a Bomber Pro in there. It is available in just a couple of colours. It's got the black or the vintage grey. The vintage grey looks great. There's a super limited version with a kind of knurled tube. And the size is it's 66 high by 44 breadth and by 24mm wide. So it's a wee thing, and it takes the Cappy V4. And if we get some pictures up, really, it's a little bit of the important to me. I really like
moments away.
The Prestige, however, this is probably more my cup of tea with regards to mod styling.
Well, I prefer the Lestige. That looks like an.
I think I do too. I prefer the Lestige.
Well, it's horses for courses, isn't it? It's horses.
But it's nicely. There's a lot of
on screen now.
There's a lot of intricate design features on that, but it doesn't look like it's a big. It looks like it's design features for the sake of design features.
Well, I totally disagree. I really like the look of it. I think it's a sexy looking little thing. I love that vintage grey as well. I think that grey is.
What's that hole for? Is it for pushing the bottle out?
Right. Okay. I can see the feed now. Yes, that's that. Allow you to pop the bottle down.
Right.
It's cool, isn't it? I think it's dead cool. I don't know if you're flicking through the pictures and we're seeing all of them.
Yeah.
I quite like the look at the difference. I like the knurled battery tube.
Yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it?
And I like the metal features on top, but what do they do?
Like one of them's a button. The button.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're saying.
Oh, sorry.
I like the top
You're
plate.
just looking at random pictures of it. I think it looks interesting.
It does.
They need. We need one picture of it, sat on a table with an atty on top. You know what I mean? The bottle full of juice. That when they release that sort of almost like the in-use picture, that'd be great.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I like it, but I like it. I like it a lot. I like what Alessandro does. I really do. I think he's a good style.
Yeah, it's interesting design. Yeah.
So there is my little mix. Over to you, Rich. Standout things of 2018.
Standout things of 2018.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Right. Check this out. So we did a little thread on the group because it's coming to that time of year. People are starting to talk about 2018. What's been what? Awards are coming out. Nominations are coming out. All that sort of stuff. Voting and all that. I just thought I'd put a pre thread up to see what was coming out. What people were thinking. What would feature on our list? Because as we've said before, we've got quite a narrow demographic on our group. We like what we like, and all that sort of stuff. So, so I put a little thread up, and I basically just said, what are the standout items of 2018 in your opinion on the group, and the only things that got repeat mentions, the six things in the thread that got repeat mentions,
you got a
Mini,
repeat mention.
D-Pro Mini, the Skyfall RDA, the Venner RDA, the Dwarf RTA, the Karma, and the Flav were the only things that got repeats.
I think it's been a tight year. I think the Karma came out of nowhere. I think it did really. I mean, considering, I think it did really well, incredibly. Like a hell of an impact for what it is. Skyfall. I think the Skyfall shows what happens when you put that much work into a product. I think they are not cheap, but
I just think it's a really hard year to choose something, because I don't think there's been a lot that's come out that's been better than it was last year.
Do you? What I would say is those things in the list are spot on.
Yes,
those have been really cool this year, and they've held through. What was it? It's about early summer, spring. D-Pro Mini dropped. People still using it now. People still loving it.
Yeah.
Karma was jam.
Yeah, jam. Yeah, so April. Yeah.
And that's a really tidy RDA. Flav gets a good shout as well. Everyone that's got the Skyfall loves it. So that says something. So I just thought it's an interesting thing.
We'll say Derry has mentioned the Saver. It was made by English chap. Well, not made by, but he was big in the design.
Never heard of it.
It's all right.
So the two things I would say off the back of this are, obviously these, as mentioned in the group, check it out. There's a thread on that. There's EC Click Awards. The voting is on right now. I do think it's important, rather than moaning about what's not on there or whatever, or saying at the end when the results come out, oh, they're not what I would have said. The best thing to do is just pop on and have a little vote on there, just so at least you have had your say. At least our demographic has had their say. So pop and check that out. EC Click Awards. Just pick your votes. Takes 2 minutes.
We all know how it works. We've done it, but do
that. But the second thing, and I was going to throw it to you guys, possibly, and chat as well. Should we do an Ideal Home Show Awards this year?
Yeah,
I think we should.
Yes.
We did it last year. So we did it last year in between Christmas and New Year.
I think we should. We've done it every year, I think. So
let's do it again.
Interesting to see what chat think. I think we should do a little, one of
the
episodes around New Year.
Do you think it should be? I mean, we have to do it properly. I mean, I'm not knocking EC Click Awards. Well, I am, I suppose.
Would it be a Richard Sutton had a beer with them?
It's flawed, though. It's flawed, though. Their voting system. The people that go and vote on there, they vote for what they've got, not not constructive criticism of having tried all the things on that list. They go and they vote for the most popular thing that they've got.
I can't be a bit more of a prick though as well.
It's the most popular, the best.
Not only that, is the list that Richard just read out when we were talking about what the standout 2018. They are from 2018. On the Easy Click Awards, so many things. So I noticed a couple of things that aren't even from 2017. They're from 2016. They are fucking off.
It's just a popularity award. It isn't a what's best at all.
No, but it shouldn't even be in it if it wasn't made in 2018. It doesn't count.
No, that's true. They should have curated maybe.
I would just say, if we're going to do voting on our group, it would be good if people were conscious of whether it is the best, not just because you've got it and you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're doing it properly, you've got to be super objective.
Yes, you have.
Even if the things that there's loads of stuff. We do things on the show. There's loads of stuff that I can absolutely see that would be great, but I'm not. It's not really for me. But that's all right. Skyfall's not for me, but I'm not fucking stupid. I can see it's a fucking good atomizer.
But I suppose the counter argument to that is, how am I supposed to say the Skyfall's good? I haven't got one.
Well, I can say that I know like 10 people who have had one, and I think they're decent people, and they reckon it's good, so I believe them.
So you would vote for that, even though you've not had one?
As a tank this year, yes. Yeah,
I tried the Devor, I don't know, I can't even pronounce it. The dwarf.
Yeah, that looks fantastic.
I've tried one, and I've tried one, and it is, and I want to get one, even though I vape goons. I want a tighter setup, and I'd get one of those over everything else. The Karma as well. It'd be the Karma and the Dwarf for me.
Somebody's just said it's quite true. No, mouth to lung in the Easy Click Awards, running up quite high is the Nautilus 2.
It's
not a bad acid. I've got one here.
No argument.
Right.
That's not the argument. It's not 2018. It's fucking ridiculous.
And for most people, is it mouth to lung?
No.
0.7 coil?
It's tight, it's restricted.
It's restricted, but it's not that done. But fuck it. It doesn't matter because it's 2017.
It's really tricky, though, when you go on such a big scale. But based on chat, is that the end of the news? Is it Travava?
Look. Oh, no, we've got one more from James. The SX Mini Me class.
Yeah, this is a giant killer, possibly. I don't know what this is going to be. This looks pretty good. This is I've got very little information, but this is the SX Mini Me class, which is a pod-based system from SX Mini. It's got a brand new board in there, which I've never even heard of, which is the 290. And it looks dead cool, I suppose.
I don't hate it. I think they've used that's the pick, the promo pick they've been running this week is the full out kind of gangster, but there's some more subtle colours.
Oh, there be some silver ones as well, aren't there?
So let's tell you a little bit about it. It's a waterproof pod-based system. It's got a 400 mAh built-in battery. It's got a 1.8 mil tank, which takes ceramic coils, capable of 7 to 13 watts. And the little screen will show you your battery gauge, tension of your battery, and a puff counter. That's sort of malarkey, and it looks pretty cool. I'm not so sure about ceramic coils. I've heard good and bad things about them, but that is the SX Mini Me class. What do you chaps think about that?
I think it's bang on trend.
Oh, if you're going to vape a pod, that would be the one. Maybe it's quite nice, isn't it? Looks like a real mod.
I think the pods like this are genuinely interesting. Like with the board, with a whole new attempt at stuff. Like, so for example, the Lost Vape one that with Evolve, that was genuinely interesting attempt at a pod system. So many that I get through are just a fucking shitty old coil on a stick battery. basically.
How many were there at Birmingham? It was at Expo. There was so many pod systems, just a load of old shit.
Those
with
ones, like the
silicone
SX one and the Lost Vape one, look genuinely interesting because
totally.
they're almost kind of the answer we all in our generation of vapors we never bothered to look for because the answer wasn't there, but it almost is the true answer because you get something like this and you go, well, surely that could be smaller.
Yeah, I think it's a really good bridge, isn't it? I think the Orion did it, and I think this is SX version of trying to do the same sort of thing.
But think what we paid to quit. You know, the Orion. You know, when like people are complaining about the price. I've seen a few people say, "Oh, it's what, 65 quid." Going back to when I bought a silver Ego with blue lights on it and an Ego T-Tank. It's the same fucking price.
Yeah,
I already paid that to quit 6 years ago. So
I think they've missed it. They're missing a bit of a trick with these pods, or maybe I should do it. Maybe somebody should be making an mod that can take an atomizer and a pod system, so you can have a rebuild.
Yeah, there is one. There is one. Yeah. There's one that takes dual pods, and you can stick stuff on.
Oh, right.
And somebody's making a rebuildable for the
Orion.
The Orion, yeah.
Good. Well, I think I would be up for one of those. I think if there was a rebuildable deck for it, yeah. Quite like the look of those Orions.
There you go. Matt English just said there. He bought a Vamo with a VV Nova. That was 60 quid.
Yeah, I spent 50 quid on my Vamo just the mod.
Yeah. You know. We all did. It's not. Yeah. Don't be fucking. People get daft when they go, pod system. Yeah.
The thing is, there's so many cutthroat and cheap things out there now. People aren't willing to. This is a quality pod system. It will be. We know it is because of Yeehee and SX.
So I laugh because somebody just put in chat. Somebody put, Otis are making the new rebuildable deck, but to be fair, they made a boxer as well. So I got to agree a little bit.
I think this will be a quality pod mod.
Yeah. I like it.
They haven't made anything that isn't, have they? To be fair, Yeehee make great boards. They've made great mods.
Yeah,
as well. All of them have been good.
Let's see. I think I'm totally what Richard said. Let's see more like high end pod things because I'd go out with that.
Yeah,
people balk at the price. That this will probably be at least 150 quid, 200 quid.
No, it won't be anywhere near as much as expensive as that. It won't be anywhere near as much as.
You don't think? 150 quid, wouldn't it?
You're all talking. No. Come on, then, let's move it on because it's nearly 10:30 here.
Yeah. Good spot though, James. Good find.
Let's have some Tri-Patal bar. Should we have some of that?
Tri-Patal bar?
Yeah.
Well,
let's do it. I don't know if you're on 20 seconds, but let's cut it down to less than 20 seconds, please, Rich. Let's fly through it.
That's quite a long time, 20 seconds, isn't it?
Right, well, okay. Well, let's go with slightly less then. So can I just warn everyone what's going to happen here? Basically, this is happening due to this software that's given us headaches tonight. This is going to happen on a slideshow that's on a set timer. So 14 seconds per picture. Travava, go. First one we're looking at is like a cobra.
Okay, this is Bob Grant. This is a cobra case. A cobra. Remind him of cobra.
That is a reach.
Next
There's
one's
a
like
mod there though in the picture.
Yeah,
he added the mod just because he could, and it was cobra. It says cobra in there.
Reminded me of a snake.
Is that 14 seconds gone?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Next one is Daniel Thornton. No. Oh, this is video.
Is it not? Oh yeah, Daniel Thornton. Yes, yeah. The video I've seen 1,000 times.
Is this a video? Is this a video of Rich?
No, we're not doing videos.
Okay.
No, anyway, it's the same video. Yes.
What we on now?
We're starting again because my explanation went into the thing. And it fucked you all over. 14 seconds. Done. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you when we're on the gas heater.
Announce the names of the pictures as they pop up.
Yeah,
that'll do it.
I can't, but I'll tell you. Right, so we are about to look at a gas heat. We're looking at a gas heater.
Okay, that's Dean Adams. It looks a little bit like
gas heater.
What's them coil things called? No, the coil things. The coil thing.
Coils.
Oh, not
Oh,
coil.
right,
Yeah,
okay,
with
yeah.
you on that. All right, fair enough.
Pretty good.
We're now
Come
looking
on.
at like an earplug.
Earplugs. This is Glenn Voodoo Travers. It looked like some sort of mod. I didn't know what this mod was. But John, you laughed. You had a laugh at your emoticon on this one. As if
I
you
laughed because I have no fucking idea what that was.
We're now looking at a Facebook post of some trees.
Ian Schwa, this is when you're completely done. When you're done, when you completely
lovely
sold
picture.
this.
That is Frank's house.
I am completely done.
Told you 14
next
seconds
is-
weren't enough. Next one's a pod.
James
James
Benson.
Benson.
It's not a pod system. It looks like a pod system. That is like a camera. That's like a printer. It's a tiny printer thing.
Cool.
You open it up, you put your phone in there, and then it takes your phone. And I don't know. It's weird. Next one. I've got next one.
Not Dr. John Martin.
John Martin from John Fripp.
He
Look
looks
at him.
exactly like John as well.
It's a spitting dabs. It's absolute spitting dabs. It's crazy good. Next one is from John Martin.
We're looking at 2 torches.
They look like two
Really?
tanks.
Lanterns, aren't they?
This is reachy. It looks a little bit like a tank. John, does it look a little bit like a tank?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Does
like
it?
a European tank.
Next one is from Kevin Watts.
Oh,
We've got that
Kiosk
one.
Kev.
Kiosk Kev, yeah.
Is that Barry Miller?
It looks a lot
That's
like
just
Barry,
bad. Next.
Just all vapors.
You can't see it next. We've got to wait for 14 seconds to elapse. Next one is from Len Burgess.
BVB.
It's got BV. We haven't had a number plate for a while. It's Baron von. Watch my face. It's a mod thing, isn't it?
It is.
Next one is from Mario Loa.
Soda stream.
Yep.
It's a soda stream,
It looks exactly like a soda stream.
but it looks also a little bit like something that
Getting
was
busy with the fizzy.
Yeah, and
Yeah, a
looks
little bit poddy. A little bit poddy.
it does. Next one is from Matt English. This is a good
What
one.
is
We've got this
it?
And
great
it's
one.
bad. I like it.
It's a mod.
This is
No.
a winner for me. This is
The
a winner for me.
microscope.
It's a microscope, but it looks a lot like a mod. You just screw your shizzle on the top there. That looks good. That's a good one, Matt English. We like that a lot. Next one's from Megan Hunter.
Yeah. John Martin.
Look at that.
No, that's what I call
DJ
Music 88.
It is pretty good. I do like that. I'll just make it up.
DJ John Martin.
Yeah,
Anywhere for you is the track. Anywhere for you. Which is just John Martin says that to me all the time. Next one is from Ollie Redmond. We've got that one.
Yeah. Keep going.
Oh,
You're smashing it.
Look at
Harvard.
Tarvar. It's an IKEA thing. It says Tarvar.
Oh, we're on to penis cleaner. We're on to penis cleaner.
Richard Sharp, Bonner's Pete. This is such a weird.
I just like Richard because he's a man monster. He's massive Yorkshireman. Penis cleaner. Donners.
Bosch.
you go.
We're on Bosch. We're on
Especially
Bosch.
clean-
We're on Bosch. We're on Bosch. Don't lose it.
Okay, Bosch, Simon Townend. Look at that. That's a really good one. That one looks a lot like a mod. That one. If Bosch made mods, that's what.
The Bosch mod.
That is a
mod.
clean hand. We're now on diamond pistons.
Diamond piston. Look at that one. Look at that.
That's
Look
like
at
the
that.
inside of a
It
desk.
does.
That's
On the outside, doesn't look.
It's a
Not
deck,
like
it's a deck,
but on the
isn't it?
inside. No, next one. That's it. That's it. That's it. We're doing this.
Well,
That's
well,
done.
well.
Timber.
Get rid of
Hell's
that as soon as
bananas.
possible. That was quite fantastic in a way.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was brilliant and awful at the same time. Rick.
That wasn't
Speed
too many
Travava.
Travavas, were they?
It wasn't
No,
it?
I loved that. I liked it.
I don't know if I still think, in hindsight now, you've seen that. How did you feel about maybe 20 seconds instead of 14?
20 seconds. That was too quick.
I liked 14. Loved it.
It's such a weird thing for you to go 14. Mine, Rich, just go.
You
20.
said quicker than 20.
Yeah. But there's loads quicker than 20. Well, loads. There's 19 quicker than 20. For instance.
So when you said quicker than 20, you want me to go 19 seconds?
No. But just 14 just seems like a weird number. That's all. That's all I'm saying. It was fine. It was good. I liked it a lot.
Wonder
Let's
they're
do
good,
that. Let's do that more often. Let's do everything in 14 seconds. Next week, news, 14 seconds. Done.
We get it all done within 20 minutes.
Yes. Rick, start your wrestling. You got 14 seconds.
Oh yeah, how are you going to do that?
Are we doing 14
Did it.
seconds?
He's got it going.
Do 14 seconds if you like. This is mod showcase of the month. I've got 5 mods to show you, apart from 5 different modders. I don't know what ones Richard's showing. But
Don't worry, I'll tell you. I'm just loading it up.
when you're ready, Richard,
Alex.
I've got
I think you're going to be starting with Alex Brewer.
Alex Brewer. Yes, he's made a lovely mod this last month. Let me
Showcase.
get it.
Done.
Oh,
There we go.
Are they on?
Right. Perfect. Yes, we're looking at a purple and brown.
Yes, he's made a
Squanker.
nice mod here with a nice stabwood faceplate, and I thought it was pretty special and worthy of showing.
So is it a 75C?
It looks like it has. Yes, it has. Yeah, 3 buttons. So yeah.
And the other thing, I would actually be really critical of this because Alex lives in Thailand. He's a wanker.
Obviously a wanker who lives in Thailand. But
I get so jealous when he posts up pictures. But
Looks
yeah,
fantastic.
I really like the mod. I think it's
yeah, he's done a good job. He's always doing. He's making some nice things now. Well, not now. He has been all the time. But that's another example of a nice handmade mod. Brilliant, Alex Brewer. Brewer. I can't know.
Oh, it's not even that big.
Alex B.
Look at that last picture. It's not even that big. It's
Right, I
really
think-
small, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Looks crusty, absolutely crusty.
Yeah.
And the wood's nice. The stab wood's nice with the purple, isn't it? I really quite like it.
Very, very, very nice.
Yeah,
We
Scott
can't
was
say
saying.
next, can I?
Well, just hold fire for a couple more seconds. Here we go.
Okay.
We're looking at a pipe, a swipe.
Oh, we got Chris Scott Mackenzie of CSM. He's made a nice swipe for a customer.
It's
Is this for my neighbour? Is that my neighbour's pipe?
I
yeah,
don't know,
it's
but
not.
it's bloody
It's
lovely.
not squonky. It's not squonky.
It is. That's my neighbour's
not-
pipe.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Isn't it lovely?
That's Marianne's pipe.
It is.
It's
She
beautiful.
came round and saw it. We chatted, and then she got in contact with Chris, and Chris said he'd do it. I think she'll be so happy with that.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Total one-off, isn't it? It's a total one-off from Chris. And
Yeah.
he's invented a new locking mechanism for the top of his mods. I don't know whether we're at the third photo yet. When you get to the third
we
photo
are.
there, what we've got is like a 10-degree turn, and that locks the top cap in there. It's a brilliant little... looks cool, looks absolutely
Yeah,
cool.
he's
There
an
you go,
artisan.
there's
He's
the
an
lock
artisan in the UK modding world. Get onto his site, buy one of his mods. It's Black Friday. He's got a discount
He's
on there.
half priced them and stuff. It's
They're not
mad.
quite
Clickers for
half
under
price.
100 quid. You know, I mean, it's brilliant.
The clicker's an absolute masterpiece.
Yeah.
And so's
Yeah.
this pipe as well.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Everything he touches is gold, in my opinion. So.
Great bloke, great
Oh,
bloke.
we're now looking at a completely different thing altogether.
Oh, we got Herbie here from Infiniome. He made a nice mod here. Another DNA 75C, I'd imagine.
Does that squonk?
And he's... No, it's not, no. He made this out of one of my boxes, but look at the work he did on the Dremel. He dremeled every single one of those little notches on there and polished it up. And it's
It
a
really
special-
reminded me, and he even popped up on the thread. Sebastian Amber Mods, I thought it was great to see them both coming to a similar conclusion. You know,
Yeah, I
Great
mean,
ways.
but above that, these buttons that Herbie's making, they're like he's learning how to make jewellery. So they're like the gemstone buttons.
Little cabochon. I love that word.
Yes, yeah,
Cabochon.
that's it, yeah.
Let's all say cabochon.
Yeah. So he's
Nice.
making these little gemstones. He's made it very. I don't know if you got to the inside picture yet.
We're
But it's-
literally moments away from that picture.
It's so tidy inside as well.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got the
fantastic.
cover plate for the electronics, and it's just tidy and decent, and it's
There you
lovely.
go. So tidy, so clean.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's Herbie, the maker of the Switch Fet Infiniome. So yeah,
But they always are. I'm not saying one of Herbie. He bins things where it's like he calls them blemishes or flaws or whatever, and it's like where are what are you talking about? They would go, most manufacturers would just put them out, and he bins them. It's unbelievable.
yeah, he does a good job. He does a very good job. Are we on the next one yet?
We are just moving over to Matt Johnson, I believe.
Matt Johnson, M-Vapes. I saw a mod on there today, and it's good to see what the board he used on this. He repurposed an e-leaf board and made this mod. And on the second picture, you'll see he's got the buttons and everything on the
I
bottom.
love the wood.
Yeah, it's just
Gorgeous.
tidy, isn't it? He's done a lovely job on it. It's a bit different. It's
For those
yeah, it's
wondering,
nice to see. you know, when these mods break, you know, 5-10 breaks on a mod, there's a perfectly good usable board inside there. Get creative, make a nice mod with it.
Absolutely,
you know?
and the e-leaf boards are actually really, really good.
Yeah, they stand up, aren't they? They're decent, yeah.
And it's a bit of a weird one, this one. I mean, one, he's taking all his pictures in the dark. I'm not entirely sure why. I know it's the time of the year.
It's arty, isn't it? It's arty.
He's in Scotland, for fuck's sake. It's dark from...
It's always dark. It's always
sun
dark.
comes up at 7 o'clock.
I love the square squonk bottle.
But it's got the square squonk bottle, hasn't it?
It's got James's squonk bottle in there.
Which is a little weird, but it's a little cool at the same time. I do quite like it. It gives it all a nice...
I like the logo. I'm so pleased he's decided to do away with plastering fine.
Yeah, damn straight.
Kind of agree with that.
Yeah, so that's good to see, and yeah, it's just a tidy thing. It's a bit different with the square hole and the square bottle and everything being square, which is good to see different.
Yeah, I like the difference on it. Again, though, all mod makers take note. Although this is just my opinion, I like a picture with a natty on top.
Yeah, it gives you an idea of scale, but this will be a small mod. It will be a small mod.
I wonder what wood it is. It's nice, very pretty.
I'm not sure, but it looks...
Is it, it's oak,
It does look oaky.
I don't know.
There'll be natural one. He doesn't use stabs, he uses natural all the time.
Yeah.
So there will be a little bit of maintenance required if you do purchase that. Or anything from Modifying.
Yeah, but very good.
Are we on the next one?
No,
On the next one, we're on to
No, we're not.
Oh,
We're just looking at the actual square squonk bottle. I'm assuming that's a modmaker.co.uk squonk bottle.
I don't know, actually.
Who else does square ones?
I don't know.
Oh,
Well, loads of people.
Right. Okay.
Walnut.
Oh, it
We've
could be anyone
somebody
then.
said.
Might be one of mine. Don't know.
Because Steve is claiming walnut on the wood.
Yeah.
He does a lot. He used to do a lot of walnut. He does do mostly stab wood now, though, James. If you didn't know,
Oh, no, I didn't realise. I thought it was all naturals.
it
Oh,
was.
no,
Yeah, it
no,
was,
no.
but he doesn't now. No, he does mostly stab wood now.
But
So
that's probably for the best.
we're now looking at the very final picture with the screen, the little e-leaf screen on the side.
Yeah.
Now we're on to Mel Watkinson.
Mel Watkinson, he's made a couple of mods here, so I thought I'd put them up. Just very interesting design, clever use of wood. He's done 2 different colour ones. You'll see the next picture will be a darker one as well. It's just an interesting design. Having that nice recess in the wood there and curve to it. I liked it. So
They're like negatives of each other, aren't they?
Yes, I know what you mean.
it's interesting.
I
I don't know how you would inlay wood like that, but he obviously knows how to do it.
But if you're going to buy one, buy them both. Buy them both. You need them as a pair. Don't split them up. That'd be cruel.
Lovely.
I don't know what he's got
I bet
inside
that's-
there.
I bet that's really comfortable there as well.
I'd imagine so. Yeah. But yeah, I saw that and thought that was definitely worth showing. It's a tidy couple of mods there. I've probably got too many pictures.
I like it.
It's going to be on for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
But no.
What's about?
It's an
You'll
interesting
be
mod.
alright, it's only 4.
That is actually the last one, actually.
Yep.
So,
No worries. I'll turn that off, and we'll do
so
our
that
big
is a
outro.
mod showcase of the week.
How can
Yeah.
How can people see more of those, Rick?
If you go onto this little site called Facebook.com, with you've seen it, you must have seen it, a blue
the blue
square
logo.
with an F
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
Do a search for mod showcases and join up, and you'll see what all the modders are making, because they're making some very special stuff. You don't need to buy Chinese mods all the time. You can buy nice handmade British and, of course, European mods.
I just want a quick snippet in to say just some Jan news that I quickly remembered. Two little tiny bits. There'll be an announcement. No, we've got Black Box. Everybody keeps asking me about Black Box. Black Box is should be here in about, depending on US Postal Service, about 8 to 10 days. I'm going to say, with the weekend and Thanksgiving. So 8 to 10 days, and tune in somewhere. There's going to be an announcement next Saturday something to do with Just Had Nick that we're going to do. This should be quite exciting. Yeah, but Black Box is on the way, and also I'll be getting Mango, because it's the same company. So Epistle, Mango Latte. I know people like Richard, Nigel Moxon will be climbing the walls to get some Mango Latte, and I will get you some Mango Latte, don't worry. And
well, I'll put a shameless promotion tip. I'll say
go for it.
Tonight, and I'm doing a Black Friday 10% discount.
Hey, at www.modmaker.co.uk. Go over there.
And what you like, you want.
What's the code? What's the code? What's the code?
It's Black 10, I believe. But there is going to be a post automatically going up on my Facebook groups and pages. So go and buy one of these. They're nice. Get a bargain.
They're absolutely superb. Yes. Oh, and they're doing a giveaway on Just Had Nick. If you go on Just Had Nick and buy anything, and you spend over £30, and you type in whatever I said on the Facebook page that I forgot, Stein something, you can win 8. What the fuck did I do? Yeah, 8 bottles of concentrate that'll make you 400 mils of liquid. Yeah, 400 mils of liquid, and you'll get a Just Had Nick Stein. Can't do 10%.
Your turn, James. What are you selling?
What are you selling, James?
Black Friday.
Have you got
on tobacco juice?
Have you got rid of that sofa?
No, it's still in the backyard. Honestly, the council around here are absolutely terrible. If anybody wants it, it's a 2-seater. Just pop right. I mean, it's damp now. It's really, really damp. There's
Is
probably
it a chaise long?
But you're welcome to it. You're absolutely welcome.
Richard?
Black Friday hashtag.
No. Right, good. I've just if anyone was hanging on this, I've just tried to call Brad using the internet. It's about 1 a.m. in South Africa, and he was steaming at 8 p.m. So he didn't answer, and it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
He
came on and he rambled about eating he was going to come on with a bone. He was eating a steak. He was going to come on with a bone. It was a 3 quid. It was massive. It was the size of his head.
It was a tomahawk, wasn't it? Tomahawk steak.
It was a tiger, big
massive
tiger tomahawk steak. Oh, it was
tiger or rhinoceros steak.
If our audio was bad tonight, Brad in South Africa on his phone would have been something quite amazing.
Yes, it'd have been a hot mess.
Hot mess. But either way, is that it? Are we saying bye?
That's it.
Thanks so much for watching. We will try a different internet chat-based thing next week. Maybe Zoom. Zoom's quite popular amongst the kids. Zoom instead of Skype next week. So, can you possibly miss that? I don't think so. Imagine, just come and see if it sounds better. I mean, that's that is the hook to end all hooks. That is a cliffhanger. So come and join us next week, and we'll try it all again. At least we didn't keep jumping around this week.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's a bonus.
Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe.
Small mercies, you pricks.
Yeah, or
just like it. Go on, throw in a couple of those as well.
Yeah,
we like
all that stuff. James just resizes on cue.
Right night.
No. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.